Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Happy New Day, happy Monday, happy Sunday, and a very blessed new week ahead of us. I bless you all, and I welcome you to this early Sunday morning broadcast. This one is coming from the platform of Okute Daily Talk. I am Amanda Neze, reporting live from the channel. Anywhere where you do, I beg gather here because we have a lot of messages. Either the one that will make you happy or the one that will make you sad, but the fact still remains that there's a message that has been passed to the general public. It is hypocritical to claim you want the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu when you willfully undermine his belief. I guess this writer is talking about Simon Ekpa in Finland. Well, we are going to read the news. It might go well with people, it might not go well with some people. But the fact still remains that the media must do their job, whether to your own advantage or to your own disadvantage. We are not here to please anybody, but we are here to do the work which has been sent for us to do. What is the work? To bring the news to your doorstep. So you don't choose the news to watch. Every news is important in our living because you might get one wisdom or the other that will help you in the future or even salvage whatever situation you are facing at that very point in time. And that is why it is very, very necessary. Leave hatred, leave sentiments, listen to news, read newspapers, browse online. There are a lot of things you need to gather from it that will make your life a very meaningful one. Do not depend on one particular news that this is what I want to listen to. And when you don't get that from the news you opened, then you resort to abuse and using all manner of ill words towards that person. It is never done that way. Let us be civilized while commenting, and let us be civilized while doing the job which you have been sent to do. Anyway, my wonderful people that here we go take start our news. My name never changed. I still remain Amanda Neze. On your microphone, our microphone, and my own microphone, bringing to you this early Sunday morning broadcast. Well, without not taking much of a time, let us go straight to the reason why we're here. But before that, please remember the campaign slogan still remain hashtag Biafra to the world, hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu, and hashtag All Hail Biafra, hashtag Biafra to the moon. Please continue commenting. The world are watching and they are listening. We must be free from the clutches of those holding us hostage, which is the contraction or the banana republic called Nigeria, the zoological republic of Fulanis. Well, my wonderful people, please remember to share this message, like on it, comment on it, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification icon, be notified. Each time we go live or post something new on this channel or another channel related to Okute Daily Talk. Alleging to desire the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, while outrightly denigrating his quest, is a direct insult and act of hypocrisy, not only to the leader of IPOB's sufferings, but to the memory of thousands of IPOB family members who have been extrajudicially killed by the high-handed Nigerian security agencies, all for the just cause of honorable servicing their people of the East. Over time, voices have joined in the relentless call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and in line with the appeal court judgment on the 13th of October 2022, the United Nations Working Group resolution after his ill-conceived abduction and extraordinary rendition Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya a year earlier. These voices have undoubtedly peaked recently. Political elites, social, cultural, and social political organizations, journalists, lawyers, and other personalities from all walks of life are adding their voices for the Fulani government to oblige the security of the Nigerian judicial and the self-determination proponent, and rather seek dialogue with him in addressing the grievances behind his agitations. However, while some of these personalities and institutions from the East have in recent times publicly called on the government to release the IPOB leader, they had simultaneously downplayed the reason and cause for which he is being incarceration. Most do not openly acknowledge that there is a grave political and economic marginalization of the region and its people, yet see no need for a referendum in the region for the people to decide on their future or fate, which is what Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB trust to be most appropriate for the region. Such position is not only deceptive but also obscene, according to the writer. Recall that on the 5th of October 2023, after the hearing of Kanu's case at the Nigerian Supreme Court in Abuja, the IPOB leader, through his legal representatives, announced his openness to discuss towards reaching an agreement with the Nigerian government on the referendum demands for the people of Old Eastern Region to decide if they wish to continue in the amalgamated Nigeria of 1914. The IPOB leadership has also reaffirmed the same by issuing a press statement in line with the leaders' assertions, further stating that movement will be disbanded if, after the referendum, the people voted against a breakaway from Nigeria. This position expressed above is not newly found since the very inception of IPOB in 2012. The movement have been quite expressively vocal in their demands for a peaceful and internationally supervised referendum. That is what we have been fighting for all this while. But the successive Nigerian governments have failed to address these issues, rather enacted and marshaled out aggressive, belligerent policies to quell the movement's quest, with the approval of certain corrupt political elites from the Eastern region, or the likes of Hope Uzodinjo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been consistent and uncompromising in the demands for the people's good all these years, up until this moment, even in the face of severe and immense pain, as he is scolded in solitary confinement walls of the Nigerian Secret Service, otherwise known as DSS. In practical terms, the ordeal of IPOB leader and the IPOB movement are predicted by the need and the drive to offer to the people of the East what their selectively imposed political and social cultural elites have failed to offer them in the form of social amenities, meaningful infrastructural development, and real political inclusivity for over half a century in Nigeria, and that is what we are clamoring for. Kanu and IPOB, or Kanu and his IPOB, have a strong belief on the concept of a true democracy, which revolves basically around the opinion of the people and the globally accepted means to get these options are via credible elections, civil protests, and referendums. But Nigeria, which is oftentimes referred to as the largest democracy in Africa, does not want to respect that, whereas countries under military rule like Mali or the Central African Republic, Niger Republic, etc., whom by Western class are regarded as undemocratic, nonetheless organizes and conducts referendum for public ratifications. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on different occasions in yesteryears had called for civil election boycotts, although were lifted, which was comprehensively and willfully observed by the people. This is far and large a litmus testimony to establish that his demands are not selfishly driven, rather a reflection of the people's thought process, which they have over time been bamboozled to internalize as such would appear offensive to their fellow but ranking Nigerian citizens. So instead of people trying to connect some government-sponsored criminality in the East to Nnamdi Kanu detention and base, their calls for his release on that. These individuals should be rather sensitive and retrospective to the quest of the IPOB leader and his movement. Else, such calls for his freedom stands questionable. The individuals, the likes of Andy Uba, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu of Ohaneze Ndi Beribe, Mazi Simon Ekpa of Autopilot, and the rest of other people calling for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release, but in other words, they are doing the other way around. Well, that is their own way of, their own modus operandi. And I myself, I also have my own modus operandi. Whichever way it is, we all are fighting for one thing, that is the independence of Biafra, or for us to get a well-certified and a United Nations supervised referendum from the contraption called Nigeria. In another development, we have suspected herdsmen don't hijack fully loaded Benue Links bus, butcher passengers. And I see look at how these people butcher this bus. Child. And Nigeria and the so-called president said they are working, acquiring aircraft here and there. Whether they are using the aircraft as a private jet, I cannot say. Government suspected to be flying herdsmen on Thursday attacked a Benue Links bus, conveying passengers to Otukpo and Road Naka Road, Gwawa West local government area at Taulaha village. One passenger was killed and several others were injured during the attack by the marauders. Daily Post gathered that the latest attack is not the first time marauding herdsmen have carried out such gruesome attacks on passengers along the dilapidated road. And the cause of all this is that the road is very bad. Taulaha village has been a hotspot for persistent attacks by suspected Fulani herdsmen. The herdsmen, who were almost 15 in number, thwarted any resistance by their victims, which caused them to disperse on an escape with the ease. These incident attacks have caused most residents to flee and farmers to relocate from that part of the road, while the remnants call on the government and security operatives for protections. Benue Police Public Relations Officer Anekwe Catherine, who confirmed the incident to Daily Post, said a bus belonging to Benue Links, which was heading to Otukpo, was attacked by unknown gunmen, and 3 persons, including women, were wounded, and 1 person died this morning. And that is the news that we are breaking to the public. May his soul or her soul rest in peace. Anyway, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, now here I go take a break. Please still remember that our campaign and the slogan still remain the same. Hashtag Biafra to the world. Hashtag Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Hashtag and Biafra will stand, and all hail Biafra. All these things is to let the international community know that people are agitating and they really need to have their freedom from the contraption called Nigeria that have been amalgamated when we are not ready, when we are not even aware of what is happening. Well, my wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters, I beg you help me like this message, share it, comment on it, and make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you're going to get updates every now and then. It is very, very important and very, very necessary. Until I come your way again, I still remain Amanda Nez, reporting live from the platform of Okute Daily Talk. Remain blessed and bye for now. Kemesiano.